Please remember that school athletics are learning experiences and that mistakes are sometimes made. Please bring student athletes their attention to bring themselves as students and as athletes. Sport a winning attitude. Now let's meet the players in tonight's game. First for the visiting CHBC Bobcats. Starting the guard on team number 3,
Ray Buzzard stays strong, and he sticks it up and in. Now a little pressure put on. Neoga gets it across the timeline with a pass to Jackson Clark. He hands it back out top to Raymert, and Raymert looks over a 2-3 zone and calls out the play for the Indians.
They stayed pretty much in the zone the other night in their game.
Skip pass. They get it over on the side to Fritcher. Back top of the key, Raymert loads up a 3, around and out, no good. Rebounds loose on the floor. It's still loose and finally picked up by Stewart. Mason Stewart brings it on the run on the right side. Slows things down with a minute gone here in the first quarter. His club leading 2-0. Neoga back in a zone now this time. So they switch defenses already. They get it to Blackerby, who drives in the lane. Shot no good. Buzzard picks up the rebound, flips the shot to the hoop. It's missed. This rebound cleared by Raymert. Neoga's pushing it. Raymert up the right side into the corner where they find Butler. Butler sees a double team coming, gets it out of trouble with a pass to Clark. They circle it to the center circle with Fritcher. Now to Raymert. Goes inside to Butler. Back out to Raymert. Now they go out top again to Hill. Hill looks for Fritcher for three from the wing. No good. Rebound again, Mason Stewart of Cowden Herrick Beecher City. He gets it out of a double team with a pass to Buzzard up ahead to Grove. Grove takes it inside, leans in. Shot off the glass is good for Cody. The senior from CHBC gives them a 4-0 lead.
They've got a 4-1 lead on the boards, too. So all things are clicking well for the Bobcats here early.
Indians get it to the free throw line to Butler. Nice pass underneath to the cutter. That's Jackson Clark. And Clark sticks it up and in. Gives Neoga their first 2 points.
A nice job of him. I wasn't sure he could get his arms up over his head to get that shot away. But he did.
Inside they go to Noren. Out to Grove. Over on the side, Blackerby. Three is on the way. No good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it's apparently off of the Bobcats. It'll go to the Indians.
I was checking up whether Blackerby, I guess not. I thought I saw some tape on one of his hands.
Yeah, on his left hand.
Yeah, okay.
Raymert gets it across the timeline, moves to the free throw line, tried to get it underneath the Butler. The pass, though, was kicked, so it'll stay with the Indians under their basket.
And Bobcats sit Stewart down. Marshall Noren checks in, so you got both Norens working.
Good deal. Caleb Hill triggers the inbounds out top to Fritcher. Fritcher puts it on the floor. Now bounce pass over on the side to Clark. Clark swings it to Hill again. The Fritcher on the right wing. Looks to the high post. There's Jackson Clark. Turnaround jumper. Good.
Yeah, he's got two shots in the lane to go. And I think Mark Bain was trying to watch that, spread the defense as best he could. Instead, they got it in there for an easy basket.
4-4 the score as the HBC's working it around the perimeter. Buzzard has it left wing, flips it out to Blackerby. Now they send it to Grove on the right side. Back to Blackerby, open for three, off the heel of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, Raymert claims it. Nice outlet ahead to Fritcher, who picked up the pass and flips it up and in. Evan Fritcher with an athletic move to catch that ball and kiss it off the glass to give Neoga their first lead, 6-4.
So it was 4-0 CHBC, and Neoga's answered with 6 straight.
They dump it inside to Grove, double team, tries to pass out of it, passes off the mark, but Blackerby saves it just in the corner by the timeline and the sideline right in front of the Neoga bench.
Mike Roy was going to come off the bench and get that ball if there'd been one more second elapsed.
He's lost his eligibility a few years ago.
I guess.
Inside they go to Noren, puts up a shot, it's no good, but it's because he's fouled, and almost halfway through the first quarter we get our first foul of the contest.
Stan Burchard says that foul goes against Clayton Butler. So the Neoga lad, the first fouler for either team.
Free throw up and good. Aaron Noren in the scoring column. I'm sure he'll be there more than that tonight. We've got Stewart back into the ball game.
And down goes Marshall Noren. So they're just switching out for each other, I guess.
There's Noren's second free throw. That's up and good. So gives him 2, ties the game up at 6 with 4:05 and counting on the first quarter clock. Neoga gets it ahead to Butler, now to Fritcher on the right wing. Fritcher looks in the corner for Jackson Clark. Clark fires it out top to Raymert, now inside to Butler. Turnaround shot was affected by Buzzard. Rebound taken down once again by Mason Stewart. Outlet pass ahead to Grove. Grove back to Stewart. Now they skip it in the left corner over to Blackerby, who's covered up. He fires it out to Noren. Noren on the wing, back to Blackerby in the corner. Noren comes and set him a screen, and he flips it out top. They swing it around to Buzzard in the right side. Buzzard on the right wing, inside to Noren. Hit on the shot, it's no good, but he'll go to the line for 2 more, and that's another Neoga personal.
Butler says I was straight up, but he was still moving. That's the problem. So Butler's picked up 2 quick fouls, and he's a player Neoga can sore afford to lose.
Looks like we'll have several changes after the first free throw from Noren pops out, no good. Nick Miller, the 6'6 sophomore, is in to replace Buzzard. Grove is going to have a seat as well as Brody Phillips, the 5'9 junior, is in for him. Also, Neoga makes a change with Trevor Roy, the 5'9 freshman, into the lineup. Clayton Butler will have a seat as Aaron Noren hits the second free throw He goes 1 of 2 at the line that time, but it does give CHBC a 1-point lead, 7-6. Here's Neoga. They beat the press this time. They look underneath to Cornell, who slipped in there. Mitchell Cornell's shot was blocked out of bounds, though, and it'll stay with Neoga under their bucket.
Nice work by Mason Stewart. Just used the arms, didn't lean in and make contact. Good block.
Hill triggers it inbounds in the corner to Roy. 3 is up and good. Welcome to the lineup, Trevor Roy. He pays immediate dividends, and it's a 9-7 advantage for the Indians.
It's a Roy family trait in those threes.
Oh. He's just a freshman. There's probably a lot to come from that young man. Meanwhile, CHBC works it inside to Miller. Hooks up a shot. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Clark. Clark with an outlet to Raymert. Raymert up court. They spot Hill. Back to Raymert. Over to Clark. He's on the left wing. Back out top to Raymert. Back to Clark. Fakes the drive. Now skips the pass all the way to Hill, who loads up for 3, and he got it.
Well, it barely rippled the net.
Caleb Hill has his first bucket, and all of a sudden, Neoga's up 5, and that's their largest lead of the first quarter.
Less shots for Neoga, more buckets, though.
2:22 and counting here in the first quarter as the Bobcats swing it around the perimeter. They get it to Noren, who drives baseline. Shot, though, is off the mark, and the rebound's taken by Clark of Neoga. Outlet ahead to Hill. Hill, though, has his pocket picked by Blackerby, who's now taking it the other way. Driving up the right side, leans in. Shot no good, but there's a foul whistled against Neoga as Roy tried to get back and take the charge, but Blackerby was clever enough to avoid him.
That's the first turnover of the game.
Wow.
That's a long time to go without a turnover. And Roy picks up the foul. That's the third on Neoga.
Free throw up and good. Connor Blackerby has his first point. Now Buzzard checks back in for the Bobcats. Also back in is Marshall Noren, as Aaron Noren and Mason Stewart get a seat. This one's up for Blackerby, and it's good. So give him his first 2 points. It's back to a 3-point contest, 12-9 with 2:05 to play in the first quarter. Neoga with the ball in the lead. They're trying to solve the press. They get it across the timeline to Hill. Hill goes to Jackson, drives in the lane, sticks it up and in.
Nice work by Jackson Clark. He's 3 for 3.
So Clark makes it a 5-point game again, 14-9 with 1:45 to play in the first.
All 3 of his buckets have been right around the basket. If you know where to go and you can get there, you can score a lot of points.
Now they lob it inside to Grove. Grove took a little extra step in there. The officials caught him for the travel. That's their first turnover. So 1:35 to play in the first quarter. And Neoga's looking to add to their lead. They get it up court for a quick 3 from Mitchell Cornell. It's a little long, and the rebound comes to Blackerby. Blackerby will walk it up court. Bobcats trailing by 5. Set up the play against Neoga's man-to-man. Blackerby takes it to the right wing. Now gets a little screen from Miller. Miller rolls to the hoop. Blackerby finds him. Miller sticks it up and in.
Miller's a project, and Mark Bain and I talked about that on the postgame show. He even missed a year of junior high.
Oh.
And so he is making up for lost time, the big sophomore. Nice move inside there.
So now it's 14-11. Neoga has a pass slip right through the hands of Roy along the sideline with 54.5 seconds left. Neoga has their second turnover of the first quarter.
2 trips in a row.
Yeah. So the Bobcats will try to pull within 1, maybe even tie if they get a 3-point play. But Blackerby's going to take it right down the lane, flips up a shot, and it's good.
Wow, Red Sea defense there. Nice move by Blackerby.
Hill's trying to answer, pushes it up court quickly. Shot high off the backboard, no good. Rebound snagged by Noren. He clears it to Grove with 35 seconds. Grove drives in the lane, layup good, and here's CHBC with the lead. 15-14 with 25 seconds to play in the first quarter, and Roy's called for traveling.
Wow, all of a sudden, wheels falling off for Neoga. They'd love to keep it a point down here at the end of the quarter.
You would think CHBC might go for the last one unless they get something early in the clock to their liking here. But Blackerby is called for Buzzard to come out. Ooh, Buzzard wanted to make a pass, then it wasn't there, and he almost traveled, but he had 1 dribble left, so he used it. Now they get it in the corner to Grove for 3, and he buries it with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, so much for that last-second shot I figured they'd do.
It pulls them up by 4. Here comes Raymert up court, gets it on the side to Hill. Shot at the buzzer for 3, a little strong. And the first quarter comes to a close. But with a rally at the end of the period by the Bobcats, they lead Neoga 18-14 at the NTC tournament, and you're listening to it on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
First quarter stats on Neoga, 6 of 12 for 50%. CHBC, 6 of 13, so not a lot to choose between that. Neoga didn't go to the line, though. CHBC was 5 for 6 from the line, so that's a big part of the difference. 3 turnovers for Neoga, just 1 for the Bobcats, and a 7-4 rebound edge for CHBC.
They gained another rebound there off a missed three from the top of the key, and Roy. And now, as CHBC was trying to clear it out of trouble, Jackson Clark was down there bothering Marshall Noren, who had grabbed the rebound, and then Noren was called for traveling.
So he bothered him well,
I guess. Hill triggers the inbounds in the corner to Roy. Roy fakes a pass, now steps around the defender. He needs some help. Got it back to Jackson Clark. Clark sends it out top to Raymert. Raymert looks over the 2-3 zone of the Bobcats. Takes it over to the left side. Now flips it out top to Hill. Right wing Roy. Back to Hill. Over to Raymert. Fakes the three. Looks baseline. There's Cornell, who goes high post with it to Jackson. Back to Raymert. Around a defender. Now pulls up for the two, and it's good.
Now, Raymert got back in the lineup with a pretty good night on Wednesday. I'm losing track of which night it was. Wednesday night, or Thursday night. Yes, last night. Yeah. So he's back in the lineup here tonight.
Here's a three on the way from Grove, no good. Buzzard, though, in a crowd, grabs the rebound. Putback is affected. It's loose on the floor, and Roy finally claims the rebound for Neoga. Needs some help, though, as he used up his dribble to do so, but he gets it to Raymert. Raymert's got to get it across the timeline, and he does ahead of the call. Goes to Hill. Hill, high post to Jackson Clark, who eventually had it knocked away. Picked up by Grove, ahead to Blackerby. Blackerby shot's no good, but he's fouled. And Connor Blackerby will head to the line for a couple more opportunities for CHBC.
Pretty sure Jackson Clark got him from behind. Stan Bouchard agrees. Jackson Clark's first foul. And 4 now on Neoga. CHBC still hasn't been called for a foul.
Blackerby's free throw is up and good. He has 5 now in the ball game. Aaron Noren's back. He replaces Miller. Neoga will sit down Caleb Hill. And I think Mr. Butler came back in. Clayton Butler brings his 2 fouls back onto the court. Now we've got another substitution for CHBC.
Blackerby gets a breather. And they run in Brody Phillips again.
So a 20-16 advantage for CHBC. That 4-point lead, they've held that several different times, but that's as much as they've been up by. Roy with it top of the key. Looks over on the side for Raymert. He steps around a defender. Another 2. This time is short. Rebound Grove on the run. Takes it up court, leans in, and that's going to be a blocking foul whistled. Neoga tried to get back and take the charge, but Raymert, they say, wasn't quite set as Blackerby just scooted off to the side of him enough, and Blackerby heads back to the line.
That was on Raymert, his first. That's 5 on the Indians. So 5-0 Neoga. As far as fouls.
Cody Grove's free throw is up and good, gives him 8 in the ball game, and there is the largest lead of the night for CHBC of 5 points, 21-16. Make it 22-16 now as they're up 6 after they hit both free throws, and now we've got a timeout taken by Neoga. It'll be a 30-second timeout with 6:16 to play in the second quarter. We'll take one as well. It's Cowden, Herrick, Beecher City 22, Neoga 16, NTC action on 97.9 XFM.
Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
Whether it's for a comprehensive eye exam or to check out the latest and greatest in Oakley, Maui, Gem, or Ray-Ban Ophthalmics, come see Dr. Tony or Dr. Chris at Weber Optics, located in Effingham, and soon their new facility in Altamont. Weber Optics, where good vision is always in fashion.
Hill will do the inbounding. He hands it in to Raymert, who will bring it up court and work against this extended zone of CHBC. They're really pressuring in the half court out on the perimeter. Roy has it now. They go to Hill. Corner three, left it short. Rebound Buzzard. Buzzard, outlet to Grove. Cody will get it up court. Finds Stewart in the corner. Stewart thought about a three, thinks better of it. Says goes to Grove to Buzzard. They send it around on the perimeter. Back out top to Noren. Noren over on the side, Stewart. Stewart flips it back out to Phillips. Phillips will reset the offense. Dishes a pass over on the side to Grove. Back out to Phillips. Brody gets it to Buzzard. Buzzard passes it off to Stewart. Buzzard cuts through. Nothing doing. Stewart gets it back out top to Phillips. They're still working it around the perimeter as Buzzard now has it in the left corner. Back out top. Now to Buzzard on the left wing. Now to Phillips. Into Noren. Out to Stewart. Over to Grove.
They're going to run Neoga down.
Now they get it inside. Noren's posting up. Turnaround shot is good.
Nice work. Got himself centered, squared up to the basket from the baseline, and he drained it.
Aaron Noren with 5 pushes the Bobcat lead to 8. Neoga could use a bucket here to stem a little bit of a rally. They get it to Roy. A wing three, left that short. Rebound Stewart. Stewart trying to push it up court. Neoga's hassling, but they do find Grove in the right corner for 3. Around and out. Rebound Hill, and Buzzard bumps him from behind, and that's the first foul of the game for CHBC.
Exactly right. It's called on Trey Buzzard for the Bobcats.
Fritcher into the ball game, replacing Roy. Connor Blackerby's back in there, giving Brody Phillips a break.
12-5 rebound edge for CHBC 2, Matt. That's one thing we haven't talked about.
Raymert brings it up the right side. Tried to force it inside to Connor Jackson. The ball's tied up between Jackson and Grove. Possession arrow will favor CHBC, and so it's a Neoga turnover.
That's their second in the quarter. 5 in the game.
So looking to add to the 8-point advantage are the Bobcats as Blackerby walks it up court. Gets a screen from Stewart. Gets into the lane. Puts up a 10-footer. Shot no good. Rebound Butler. Clears it out to Raymert, ahead to Hill. Hill to the corner of the free throw lane, shoots the 15-footer right from the free throw line and buries it.
They needed that basket. As you'd mentioned earlier, pretty jumper.
4:10 to play in the second quarter as the Bobcats swing it out top again to Blackerby. They go over on the side to Grove. Grove looking over the zone defense, gets a baseline Buzzard, back to Grove, now to Blackerby. They go left side Stewart, now in the left corner down to Noren. Noren hands it back to Stewart. He'll square up for a 3, and he got it.
Boy, about every time I think they ought to push it inside, somebody hits a 3, you know?
Mason Stewart connected there to give CHBC a 9-point edge. That's their largest lead of the half.
So shows what I know.
Hill tries to answer with a 3 of his own. Left it short. Rebound. Hill saves it somehow. Got it to Butler, who turns to put up a 15-footer on the baseline. Shot no good because he's fouled. And Butler will head to the free throw line, but what hustle by Caleb Hill, who wound up into the second row of the stands here at Altamont.
Mason Stewart got the foul. Bobcat second. Yeah, nice work to save that ball in.
Butler's free throw is off the mark, however, and here's a trio of Bobcats. They replace Buzzard, Grove, and Stewart. Into the lineup once again is Nick Miller. Also returning is Marshall Noren. And seeing his first action is Blake Barnes, the 5'9 junior. Here's the next one from Butler. This one's around and good. So Clayton has his first point tonight, makes it 27-19. 3:30 on that second quarter clock. They look inside to Miller. Shot up, no good. Rebounds loose, finally claimed in there by Barnes. He kicked it out. Now Blackerby has it on a drive on the left side. Shot no good. This rebound tapped out, and Fritcher has it. And as he's trying to bring it up court, it looks like he's bumped, and that'll be a whistle against the Bobcats.
All of a sudden, we're getting a lot more fouls in this game than we had early in the going. That's not necessarily a good thing. Blake Barnes, just in the game, picks up the foul. Obviously his first.
Inbounds from the side from Hill, goes out top to Raymert, who will set the offense. Raymert, with his club trailing by 9, gets it out top to Clark. Clark to Raymert, back to Clark. Now he drives in the lane. Shot is up, and it's good, and he's fouled.
That's a nice move by Jackson Clark. He kind of shaked and baked there a little bit inside and got loose enough to get the shot away. Still drew the foul on Big Miller. His first, 4 on the Bobcats, so they didn't have any fouls. Now they have 4 real quickly.
Here's the free throw from Clark. It's off the side of the rim, no good, and Hill tracks down the rebound in the corner. Gets it to Clark, inside to Butler, posted up. Fakes, puts up a shot, too strong. Rebound on the other side of the basket to Noren. Marshall Noren clears it out of trouble, now hands it off to Blackerby, who trots it up court. Blackerby on the right side, gets a screen, goes against it, drives in on the right wing, flips up a shot, and it's good for Connor. He has 7 in the contest, pushing the lead back up to 8. Raymert runs it up court in a hurry, flips it back to Fritcher, back to Raymert. Raymert back to Fritcher, baseline Butler, jumper from 10, got it. Clayton Butler has 3 now, makes it a 6-point game, 29-23.
That shot was just waiting for him. He drained that thing.
Here's a 3 on the way from Barnes. He got a screen out top from Miller, and Barnes took advantage, knocking it down.
That is 2 threes in the quarter, 3 threes in the game for the Bobcats.
Inside, Neoga gets it to Hill. Shot off the mark, rebound Noren. Marshall Noren cleared it to Blackerby.
He's got 4 boards since he came in.
Blackerby looks it over. Man-to-man this time for Neoga. Blackerby spins in the lane. What a move. Shot off the glass is good. Connor has 9, and it's an 11-point lead now for CHBC with a minute 41 to play.
He'd only made one of his first 6. I knew the lid had come off for Blackerby pretty quickly. Hit a couple of nice shots inside now.
Neoga gets it back out top. Now they flip it free throw line Hill over to Fritcher. Out top again to Clark. Clark back to Fritcher on the left wing. He circles it out top to the center circle. Directs some traffic. Now gets it on the side to Raymert. Drew, skip pass to Fritcher. Back out top Hill over to Raymert. Fake the 3 and too good a fake. He traveled with it, they say.
Neoga's 3rd turnover. They've committed 3 turnovers each quarter.
Lots of subs for CHBC. Also one for Neoga. Zach Gressens will make his first appearance. He replaces Butler. Meanwhile, see if we can get all who's in there. Buzzard's back, Stewart's back, and Grove's back. Blackerby and Miller stay for the Bobcats. Blackerby has it out top, matched up with Raymert. 1:05 to play in the second quarter. CHBC looking to add to the 11-point lead. There's a screen and roll for Miller. Shot too strong. Rebound Gressens. His outlet pass, though, is taken away by Grove. He fires it underneath the Blackerby, and Blackerby sticks it up and in. Blackerby in double figures with 11. Makes it 36-23 with 45 seconds to play in the half.
Blackerby's hit 3 straight now. Just knew it was a matter of time, and 13-point lead all of a sudden.
Jackson Clark had it at the high post, got it out of trouble, gets it back out top. Now they go on the wing to Caleb Hill.
That helped.
And that's a big bucket again from Hill, who's provided them when Neoga seemed to really need him most.
Cuts it to 10 at least. Boy, they get a stop here. Might give them a little momentum heading into the second half. CHBC wants none of that.
Oh, no. 17 seconds to play in the half. Miller with it way out top. He fires it over to Grove. Now they look inside to Buzzard. Buzzard turnaround shot, crawls over the rim and drops through.
Boy just leaned in. He was not to be denied.
4 seconds left. Here's Hill across the timeline. Squares up for a 3. It's blocked by Groves at the buzzer. And the first half comes to a close as Cowden Herrick Beecher City has a 38-26 advantage as the teams head into the locker room over the Neoga Indians. You're listening to consolation semifinal bracket action from the 82nd Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more.
Hi, I'm Matt Broniker with Russ Broniker Cadillac Buick GMC. Come see us for a test drive located on South Route 45 in Effingham. We are a proud supporter of local sports and this week's NTC tournament.
Wet Pools and Spas in Effingham, where you'll find top-of-the-line spas and above and in-ground pools at affordable prices.
Nemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Nemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Don't miss the huge clearance sale going on now at Prime Soul, where you can save up to 60% on name brand shoes and apparel.
the consolation championship, and that was actually won just a little bit ago by Flora. They defeated Paris for the Consi championship 70-65, but we'll have plenty more scores coming up.
Very good. Thanks very much, Brian. Again, we have coming up after this the consolation bracket semifinal game, Altamont and Windsor Stew Straws. The winner will get to play St. Anthony tomorrow night at 7:30 for the conference tournament championship. A reminder, too, girls basketball over on KJ Country at 102.3 about 7:30. Effingham at Teutopolis. That should be a lot of fun. Carson Fearday is not going to play for Effingham. She's going through concussion protocol, so she is not back yet.
Neoga ball as we start the second half of action. They work it to Clayton Butler. Baseline jumper, no good. Aaron Noren grabbed the rebound, and he was bumped from behind, and that's how this second half gets underway as Neoga picks up an early foul.
That's kind of how the first half went. Lots of rebounds for CHBC, and shot the ball a little better.
So now the Hornets, I knew I was going to do it sooner or later, the Bobcats working it around the perimeter. They get it baseline. This is Blackerby. Sends it back out to Buzzard. Buzzard over to Noren. Noren's at the top of the key. Goes to Grove on the right wing for three. Shot no good. Clayton Butler secures the rebound for Neoga. Gets it out of trouble, and Raymert brings it up court. They find Fritcher on the wing. He takes it down the left corner. His pass was tipped, and it's picked out of the air by Buzzard. Buzzard says, I'm not a guard. Someone needs to come get this. Noren says, well, pass it to me, and then I'll get it to Blackerby. So Connor now has it, moves from the top of the key, sends it over on the side to Grove. Grove now out to the free throw line, skips it into the corner. That's Stewart. Stewart needs some help as he's covered up by a couple of Indians, and they send it out top to Noren. Three on the way from the top of the key, no good, and Caleb Hill secures the Neoga rebound. Outlet to Raymert, who trots it up court. Raymert bounces it on the side to Fritcher, back out to Raymert. Raymert sends it over to Hill on the left side. Again, back to Raymert.
Talk about how important it is to have a good third quarter. Neoga especially needs to have a good third quarter here. Down 12 as we start the second half.
They're still swinging it around the perimeter. Raymer has it, top of the key. Tries to flip it to Butler. Butler couldn't handle the low pass, but it caroms off his hands over to Fritcher on the wing. So they're sending it around the perimeter again. Fritcher has it left side. Three, good. Evan Fritcher with his fifth point makes it 38-29. Neoga's back in within 9.
Fritcher has had a tough time getting the lid off the basket this week. Big second half for him here would help the Indians a bunch.
Stewart takes the baseline, cut off by Hill. Looks back for Buzzard on the wing. Buzzard puts it on the floor, gets it out top to Noren, goes to the Blackerby with the backdoor cut. He's being held by Raymert, and we'll have to see if that foul's on the floor or on the shot. I think it's on the floor.
Yep, taking it out of bounds. Foul on Raymert is his second, first on either team in the second half.
Grove looking to get the ball inbound, still looking. There is Stewart popping open in the lane, scoops the layup up, and it's good for Mason. The sophomore has his fifth point, and it's back to an 11-point lead for.
Nice hang time for Stewart.
Yeah. Here is Neoga working the offense against the zone. Skip pass picked off by Grove. He'll spin it out to the right side. Neoga back defensively. They get it to Buzzard. Now they find Noren inside. Muscles up a shot. No good. Clayton Butler's a little frustrated that he's called for another personal.
He said, I'm just standing here. They leaned into me, he thinks. But anyway, that's not the important part. The official called the foul. Butler's third. That's the important part. He's the first kid for either team to get the 3 fouls tonight.
Noren's free throw is off the mark, though. He'll have another opportunity with 5:28 to play in the third quarter to push the lead back to 12. And he does so. Checking into the ball game now will be Mitchell Cornell. He's going to replace Jackson Clark for Neoga.
Yeah, Clark had that early spurt. Hasn't scored since. In fact, he only had one shot attempt in the second quarter, so they're looking for somebody who can get him some points.
Raymert down to the baseline. Tried to hook a pass inside to Butler. Pass was off the mark, but it bounced out top to Hill. Hill goes back in the corner to Raymert. Skip pass to Fritcher. 3 on the way. It's too strong. Rebound out of bounds before anybody could get to it, and it'll go to the Bobcats.
3-3 in the first 3 minutes of this quarter, so neither team's zipped out the gate here in the second half.
Yeah, the first 3 minutes of the third quarter often tell us a lot. Well, so far it's even Steven. That's not good for Neoga. Bobcats work it inside again. There's Noren. Nice spin move. Oh, the shot won't go. Rebound Butler along the baseline. He clears it to Fritcher. Fritcher off to Raymert. Raymert pushes it on the side to Hill. Hill inside to Cornell. Skips a pass across to Fritcher. Now Raymert, top of the key, long two, good. Drew Raymert with his second bucket gives him 4, and it's back to a 10-point game, 41-31.
CHBC, 1 bucket so far in the quarter. They're up 10. They'd like to extend this lead, though.
Noren works it on the side to Stewart. Mason Stewart gets it out top to Trey Buzzard. Buzzard looks inside, realized he just missed Blackerby in there. Gets it over to Grove. Grove goes inside to Noren, posting up, leans in, shot up and good.
A strong move.
Aaron Noren with 7. Makes it 43-31, back to that 12-point advantage. Here's another long two on the way. This time is off the mark for Raymert. Rebound Bobcats on the run. Stewart pushes it up court. Neoga back defensively. They fire it across to Noren, now to Blackerby. Blackerby goes to the left side, lost the handle, gets it back, flips it to Noren for a 2 from the baseline, no good. There's Grove with an offensive rebound. Cody sticks it back up and in. He has 11 now in the ball game, and all of a sudden the Bobcats are up 14, and that's their largest lead of the night.
And when neither team's scoring a lot, you're the team ahead. You're happy, and Neoga won time.
3:30 to play in the third. For 45-31, CHBC leads Neoga. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Fun one tonight between Altamont and Windsor Stew Straws. That's your semifinal contest in this 82nd Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. That's coming up at the conclusion of this one. Neoga swings it around the perimeter. They've got it top of the key to Roy. Roy passed it into Gressens. Those two came in at the timeout. Gressens couldn't handle it, but he goes to the floor to save it. Got it off to Raymert. Back to Gressens. Now out to Hill. 3 no good. Rebound Nick Miller, who also came into the ball game at that timeout. And he was bumped down there as they were battling for the board.
Miller picks up his first rebound. Neoga picks up their 4th foul in the half. It goes against Gressens.
Bobcats work it up court. They've got it with Blackerby. Around his man, drives for the bucket. He is a tough matchup, and Blackerby sticks it up and in.
I was talking about his ability. He's hit 4 straight shots.
Makes it 47-34. All of a sudden, Gressens pops open underneath. Nobody found him. A nice pass, and that got Zach Gressens his first 2 of the tournament, making it 47-33.
Mark Bain just a little upset about him being so open in there.
Blackerby with it on the perimeter. Tries to drive in. Now he's cut off by Cornell. They swing it around the perimeter. This is Marshall Noren. Noren's bumped out there, and that's another Neoga personal.
Yeah, 5-0. This is how the first half started as far as fouls. Hill got that one. That's his second. And 5 on the Indians in the half.
So Grove will inbounds from the sideline, flips it out top to Marshall Noren, who hands it to Blackerby. Blackerby matched up with Raymert as Neoga's gone man-to-man. They swing it to Grove in the corner. He gets a screen, takes it out top where he finds Miller. Miller to Noren. Noren in the corner, Blackerby. Blackerby hesitates, backs out. Is over on the right wing. Gets a screen out top from Miller. Now flips it over to Aaron Noren. Looks inside for Grove. Works for a shot. It's no good. Miller tracks down the rebound, puts it up. It's missed. This rebound still loose on the floor. Miller's got it again. He muscles up for another one, and that time he's fouled. And Nick will head to the line for a couple.
And 6 fouls now on Neoga in the half. That one against Trevor Roy, his second. So 6-0 fouls. Neoga with 6, CHBC with none so far this half.
Free throw on the way for Miller is nothing but net. Nick has 3 in the ball game. Here comes Buzzard back into the lineup, and also Brody Phillips will come in. They'll sit down Grove, and who else sat down? That's Aaron Noren having a seat.
I think both coaches are thinking about we're going to turn around and play again tomorrow pretty early, and they can get a little breather, especially CHBC since they're ahead. They're going to do it.
Nick Miller hits the second free throw as well. Got a good-looking shot from the sophomore as Raymert brings it up court for Neoga. They trail by 16, 49-33. Raymert on the right wing, out top to Roy. Roy holding, now gets it to Raymert, back to Roy. Roy from the top of the key, drives into the lane, flips the runner up over Miller. That's hard to do. Shot no good. Rebound taken down by Buzzard. Trey Buzzard clears it out of trouble. Bringing it up court is Brody Phillips for CHBC. He gets it back out top to Buzzard, who looks for the cutter. That's Blackerby. He draws the crowd in the lane. Now all of a sudden they leave him wide open for 3. Shot no good. Rebound Mitchell Cornell of Neoga. Outlet to Raymert. Pushes it up court to Roy. Roy around one man. Drives in. Shots blocked, but so was Roy. And Roy's going to the line for a couple.
Nick Miller's going to block a lot of shots in his career without committing a foul. But that time, he did. And that's the first foul on the Bobcats in the second half. Miller's second in the game.
Actually, they gave that to Buzzard.
Really?
Free throw up for Roy is good. So Trevor Roy has 4. Mason Stewart in. Connor Blackerby gets a break with 1:01 to play in the third quarter.
Buzzard's second foul then.
Free throw from Roy. Rattles around, no good. Miller up for the rebound. Hill slipped inside of him, grabbed it, and now on a putback attempt, Hill will go to the line for a couple.
And there Miller did get that foul. So now my book is still correct.
Yeah. It's amazing how clairvoyant you are.
Yeah, I saw that coming. So the second foul on Nick Miller and 2 on the Bobcats now.
I think it's more amazing. I think I used clairvoyant correctly.
For bonus points, you can spell it.
First free throw for Hill, no good. Miller will check out as Aaron Noren replaces him. This one for Hill is good. So Caleb Hill with 9 now for Neoga. Makes it 49-35 with under a minute to play in the third quarter. Bringing it up court is Brody Phillips. Phillips to Stewart. Now they swing it out top to Buzzard. Over to Phillips. Drives the left baseline. Tried to get it underneath to Noren. Pass off his hands. Picked up by Raymert. Outlet ahead to Hill. Couldn't be handled. And it's picked up by CHBC on the Neoga turnover. Now they are in backcourt being hassled by the Indians, but they get it across the timeline somehow. Buzzard rifles a pass inside to Aaron Noren, and Aaron sticks it up and in.
That's taking care of business. There's a 16-point lead now.
Roy with it top of the key. They get it on the side to Hill. Hill bounces it out top to Raymert. 14 seconds to play in the third quarter. Raymert backs it out to the center circle, and he sets up a play. 8 on the clock. Takes it towards the right side. Now bounces it over on the side to Hill. Back to Roy. Long 3 from out top is good. As the third quarter comes to a close, he shot that from the volleyball spike line and got it to go for Neoga as Roy has 7 in the ball game, and it makes it a 13-point affair as we head to the fourth quarter. It's CHBC leading Neoga 51-38 at the 82nd Annual National Trail Conference Tournament.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
Whether it's for a comprehensive eye exam or to check out the latest and greatest in Oakley, Maui, Gem, or Ray-Ban Optomics, come see Dr. Tony or Dr. Chris at Weber Optics, located in Effingham, and soon their new facility in Altamont. Weber Optics, where good vision is always in fashion.
They had 3 points at the line, just one for Neoga. Neoga only has 2 points from the line in the game.
The HBC with the ball to start the fourth quarter. They're working it around the perimeter. Blackerby has it in the corner. Fakes a three, now backs out to the wing. Gets a screen from Noren, takes it to the top of the key. Neoga defended that pick and roll pretty well as CHBC sends it in the corner to Grove, who drives in the lane, kicks it out to Phillips for three. Off the heel of the rim, no good, but Grove grabs the rebound. Out to Blackerby. Here's a three. It's good. Connor Blackerby with 17 now for CHBC, and the lead is back to 16, 54-38, matching the largest of the night.
Blackerby had 4 in the first quarter. He's been cooking since then.
Inside to Gressens. Turnaround jumper from 12. Left a little short. Buzzard grabs the rebound. Here comes the Bobcats. Up ahead to Grove. Grove back to Phillips. Phillips skips it over to Buzzard. Now Blackerby. Left baseline. Poked away from behind by Raymert. Picked up by Gressens. Back to Raymert, who's bringing it up the right side. Bobcats back defensively, though, and they take it away. Outlet ahead to Blackerby. Layup no good. Grove rebound. Put back blocked, and there's a foul called. And it'll be Cody Grove going to the line for a couple here. A couple of candidates. I'm not sure who's getting the personal.
Roy got it. Trevor Roy picks up his third. So Roy, Butler, each with 3 now for Neoga.
Free throw for Grove, up and good. Cody, kind of quietly almost, has put together 12 points tonight.
Got a bunch in the first half. Had 7 out of the gate in the first quarter.
Yeah. Here's Clayton Butler back into the ball game, as is Jackson Clark. Gressens will have a seat with Cornell. So Neoga has out there Raymert. Also Butler. Also in the ball game now is Dylan Milner, 5'7" junior, seeing his first action. Free throw was good. So Grove eventually hit them both. He has 13, making it 56-38. They get it on the side to Caleb Hill. Back out top to Raymert. Raymert to Dylan Milner. Milner, free throw line to Butler. Butler dribble, now gets it on the wing. 3 on the way is good for Caleb Hill. He has 12, and Neoga will take a timeout with 6:26 to play in the fourth quarter. It is Cowden Herrick, Beecher City, 56. Neoga 41. We'll be back in 60 seconds to the 82nd Annual NTC Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more.
Hi, I'm Matt Broniker with Russ Broniker Cadillac Buick GMC. Come see us for a test drive located on South Route 45 in Effingham. We are a proud supporter of local sports and this week's NTC tournament.
Wet Pools and Spas in Effingham, where you'll find top-of-the-line spas and above and in-ground pools at affordable prices.
Nemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Nemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Don't miss the huge clearance sale going on now at Prime Soul, where you can save up to 60% on name brand shoes and apparel.
Cowden Herrick Beecher City has the ball after the Neoga timeout. Neoga trails this one 56-41 as the winner moves on to the consolation game. Loser slips to the 7th place contest. That'll be tomorrow. Right now, though, Cowden Herrick tries to get it inside to Grove. Couldn't handle the pass. It's taken away by Butler. Raymert now brings it up court after the second Bobcat turnover. They get it to Milner. A wing three, no good. Rebound, though. Milner tipped it, but then hit the deck. Gets back up and grabs the loose ball. Hooks it over to Hill, whose shot is blocked as he's fouled. And Caleb Hill will go to the line for a couple. And the entire Neoga bench off their feet, applauding the effort of Dylan Milner.
He got laid into next week in the collision going for the ball. Bounced back up. Maybe he was bouncing off the floor. Maybe got the rebound and got it to Hill to draw the foul. That was a heck of an effort. Hill makes the first foul shot.
For Caleb Hill with 13 in the ball game. Connor Blackerby back into the lineup. He will give Mr. Blake Barnes a break.
Don't forget Effingham and T-Town girls basketball coming up about now, maybe in the next 10 minutes over on KJ Country at 102.3.
He'll hit that free throw as well, making it 56-43 with 5:50 on the fourth quarter clock. They try to go inside to Noren, pass a little too far in front of him, and there's a turnover as Caleb Hill kind of got a little connection in that exchange.
And has got connected with, too. He's hurting.
I think they're going to send Mitchell Cornell in to replace him, but the official, Mr. Stan Brasheard, is over there.
Got his breath knocked out of him, holding his chest.
He now is going to make his way over to the bench.
Ouch. Coach Lockhart, trainer from Benuti's, both out there taking a look. Thankfully, Caleb walks off under his own power. And a timeout in the meantime.
So Bobcats will take the timeout with 5:48 to play in the fourth quarter. It's 56-43. CHBC leading Neoga. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
But it's been bigger. They sure don't want Neoga getting on a jag here.
They'd led by as many as 18 one trip, led by 16 several times, but Neoga's cut it to 13 and looking to do a little more. They get it high post to Cornell, out to Raymert, around to Clark. Jackson Clark, now to Raymert, now to Butler, over to Milner for three. It's a little strong. Rebound pulled out of there by CHBC, and that's Mason Stewart with it. He clears it across the timeline and hands it to Blackerby with 5:20 to play. Calls out the play against the Neoga man-to-man. Blackerby penetrates the lane. Runner off the glass is good.
A tough shot. He is not the biggest kid, but he's wiry. He'll take it in there against you.
He gets in there, and he's so elusive. You think you can set up in front of him, and then he just goes one way or the other. Milner out top to Raymert. Raymert top of the key. Used up his dribble, gets it to Milner. He'll load up another three. This one's around and out for Butler, and Stewart battle for the board. It pops free, and Cornell grabs it. Gets it to Raymert in the corner for three. This rebound is fought for, and we've got a foul whistled, and it's going against CHBC apparently.
So it's going to stay on Neoga's end of the floor. Cody Grove got the foul. His first, still just three on the Bobcats in the half. Matt, they've only been called for 7 fouls in the game.
Wow. Buzzard sits down. Into the lineup is Miller for the Bobcats. Inbounds from Neoga under their basket goes out to Milner. He finds Butler in the lane. Turnaround shot from 12. No good. Rebound taken down by Stewart. Mason flips it back to Blackerby. He'll bring it up court. 4.5 minutes to play. 58-43. Blackerby around the screen from Miller. Cut off by Raymert. Sends it out to Aaron Noren. Noren got it to Cody Grove. Now to Blackerby. Inside to Noren. Cut to the hoop. Layup good.
Neoga's having to play a little bit more away from the ball, or away from the basket. Noren got alone. Nice effort to get in there, and good effort to find him.
Now Milner loads up another three from the right wing. Shot no good. Rebound loose. Finally picked up. Noren had it, and then it is knocked away. Finally claiming it is Stewart. They drive up court for a Grove layup, and he missed. Rebound Butler. Butler got it to Raymert. Raymert crosses the timeline, shuffles it to Milner. 16-footer up, no good for two. Noren with another rebound, again in traffic. And boy, Butler was right there. Noren aggressively swung the ball. It'll be interesting to see who they call for the foul, and it is Noren on the offensive foul.
So it will be out of bounds to Neoga. Aaron Noren called for his first foul. 4 on CHBC in the half.
Cody Grove will have a seat. Back into the ball game is Marshall Noren for the Bobcats. Neoga flips it out top to Raymert. They go to Milner, now in at the free throw line to Cornell. Raymert on the wing, now to Clark, who drives in. Shot no good. Rebound bounces out long where it's claimed by Blackerby. 3.5 minutes now to play. 60-43, a 17-point lead for the Bobcats. They have the ball. Stewart lost the handle, but he got it back. Gets it to Miller, who's posting up. Turnaround shot, left it short. Butler had him boxed out. Miller kind of crashed through him trying to get it back, and there's another foul.
Man, I wish I had $1 for every time I've seen a kid miss a shot and then foul on the rebound. I'd probably buy Altamont a second gym.
They'd appreciate it.
Miller's third foul. Out of bounds to Neoga.
Couple of subs. Buzzard in for CHBC. Miller will have a seat. Neoga made some changes as well. They've got Trevor Fletcher in the ball game, a 6-foot sophomore, seeing his first action, and Roy is back in there as Raymert has it top of the key. They fire it to Clark at the free throw line, to Roy, left wing. Roy to Raymert, to Roy, left side three is short. Rebound batted up in the air. Cornell goes and gets it. Leaves it with Raymert out top. They swing it to Fletcher, back to Raymert, now to Clark. Clark to Fletcher, who tried to drive in the lane, and as he makes a move, he's fouled. And I think this is enough to send him to the line now.
Aaron Noren, I think, on the foul again. Yep. That's his second. And that is 7 on the board.
So Aaron Noren picked up the foul, but Marshall Noren will check out. Cody Grove replaces him. Meanwhile, Neoga's going to make a substitution after the free throw from Fletcher. If he makes it. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Buzzard. Buzzard flips it to Blackerby. Under 3 minutes to play now. Still 60-43. They look underneath. Buzzard's wide open, and he puts it up and in. Miscommunication there by Neoga left Buzzard wide open, and he comes through with the bucket, making it 62-43.
Only 5 shots from the field for him, but he has 6 points, so he's making good use of his opportunities.
Clark, a turnaround jumper at the elbow of the free throw line, is off the mark. Rebound last touch by Cowden Herrick Beecher City as it goes out of bounds.
Hill back in for Neoga. Down goes Jackson Clark.
So with 2:21 to play, Neoga looking to get the ball inbounded from under their basket. Hill bounces it off of a player from CHBC, goes and gets it, puts a shot up, and it's missed. Rebound caroms out long, and Blackerby controls it. He crosses the timeline, gets into the lane, sweeps in for a right-handed layup, and it's good for Connor. He has 21 to lead all scorers in this one, making it 64-43, a 21-point advantage.
7 in the quarter for Blackerby. Had 8 in the second quarter, so he's getting them in bunches.
Roy loads up for a wing three. This is off the mark. Rebound Aaron Noren, and as he grabbed the rebound and tried to outlet it, he's fouled. There was a trio of Indians around him. It could be Cornell, could be Roy, could be someone else.
5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 18. 18-9 rebound edge for CHBC in the second half, Matt. If you're the team that's behind, that is a real problem.
All kinds of substitutions. We'll try to just let you know who's in the ball game. For CHBC, Chad Kirchhoffer's in there, the 6'2 junior, making his first appearance. Noren's first free throw is up and no good, so he won't get the bonus, but he got his own rebound, puts this one up and in. So Aaron Noren got 2 points one way or the other. He has 14 in the game.
And he got another rebound.
Neoga pushes it up to Milner. He's not been shy. He's put up a shot. It's no good. Gressens, though, tracks down the rebound in the corner for the Indians. Got it out on the side to Roy. Roy is hassled out there by Blake Barnes, who picked up the foul.
Well, you got to figure the lid's going to come off for Milner sooner or later. He's 0 for 6 here in the fourth quarter. Blake Barnes gets this foul. His second.
Roy will head to the line for a 1-and-1. Brody Phillips back into the ball game for CHBC, giving Aaron Noren a rest here, probably until tomorrow. Roy's first free throw is good. So Trevor with 8 tonight. And you can make it 9 as he connects from the line. Here comes the Hornet, the Bobcats. CHBC gets it across the timeline. They've got it in the hands of Keegan Martin. Martin looks inside. There's a bucket for Derek Duckwitz. So Duckwitz has 2. Running it up court for Neoga. There's a quick 2 from Fletcher. It's no good. Cornell with the offensive rebound. Put back miss, but he's fouled. And it might be Duckwitz. It might be Kirchhoffer.
Stan Burchard said Jack Kirchhoffer. First foul on him.
So 2 shots on the way for Mitchell Cornell. First one's up, no good. Having a seat will be Brody Phillips and Blake Barnes into the lineup for the Bobcats. Dylan Webster, a 5'10 sophomore. And I believe Zach Burks is also in, number 4, a 5'6 sophomore. Meanwhile, this free throw for Cornell is off the mark. Rebounds loose. It's out of bounds off of Neoga's Fletcher, and it'll belong to CHBC. Altamont and Windsor Stew Straws coming up next here at the NTC tournament. Meanwhile, a minute to play in this one as CHBC is working it around the perimeter. Keegan Martin handling, looks inside. There's Duckwitz. Shot up for Duckwitz. No good this time. Fight for the rebound, ends up in a foul. Looks like Duckwitz came over the back and got Milner.
And Derek Duckwitz's first foul. That's 10 for CHBC. So double bonus here for Neoga.
Milner's first of 2, good. So there's Dylan's first bucket tonight, or first point tonight, making it 68-46. And the second one's good. So he hit them both. Here comes CHBC. Bringing it up court is Webster. Webster lost the handle, and it's out of bounds to Neoga. So there's a turnover, the third this quarter for the Bobcats. Roy runs it up court, finds Fletcher on the wing. Back out top to Roy. They swing it to Milner. Milner looking inside, can't find it. So instead, back out to Roy. Over to Fletcher. Roy again, top of the key. Back to Fletcher, back to Roy. Roy puts it on the floor, drives in, finds Fletcher on the baseline. Jumper from 10, good.
Nice little shot there, Trevor Fletcher. Open on the baseline.
So that makes it 68-49, 18 seconds on the clock. CHBC with the ball. They lob it inside. Lob's too far for the intended receiver, but there to get it was Zach Burks, and he kicks it out of trouble. They find Webster outside. 5 seconds. They lob it in again. This pass is tipped and taken away. Cornell picks it up, and that's going to do it. As Cornell heaves it down the court, it's way off the mark, and this one comes to a close. Cowden Herrick, Beecher City, 69. Neoga, or 68 rather. Neoga, 49 is your final score. As